I am Jeff Smith, former state representative for the 93rd Assembly District, which includes part of Eau Claire City and in the county of Eau Claire and Dunn County and Pierce and Pepin counties up in the central western part of the state. And we happen to be within shouting distance of an area that is unfortunately have attracted a lot of puppy mills to the state of Wisconsin, and it certainly is an issue in our area. We are, we're proud to say that we were able to write a bill that seemed to work for most everyone who has concerns about the issue, as well as breeders who will have to work within the constraints of the bill. That passed unanimously in 2009, near the end of the year, was signed by the governor pretty promptly, and now we've been in the process of rulemaking. And one of the things of this bill that was semi-unique, now it doesn't happen in every bill, that we actually wrote that in that bill that an advisory committee of professionals who are not elected and not generally assigned or working for the bureaucracy of Madison were brought in, met, and worked out the details of the rules, which really are details such as how you feed, when animals should be fed, how they should be cared for, and a lot of other manners. That process has now come to a conclusion and in agreement among those persons. And now we're waiting for the legislature to pick up on the rules, support the rules, and thus the Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection will be able to hire the inspectors and really get started by June 1st. Well, we are in a holding pattern today. We don't know what committee as of today is going to be assigned in the Assembly, but it has been assigned to the Ag Committee in the Senate. So if one of your senators is a member of that Ag Committee, it would be all right to have a friendly contact with that person on that Ag Committee and say, look, we really appreciate that this bill has gotten this far. We hope that you'll examine the rules and agree with the professionals who form these rules and pass them on and support them, and support also the funding that it will take to kick off the enforcement of this law. It wouldn't hurt if they added to their favorites the Wisconsin Federated Humane Society's website and followed along, because there will be daily updates as to the progress of the rules, the progress of the enforcement. Unfortunately, sometimes there's an election between the time when we actually pass legislation, but it actually takes effect. And we're talking a year later for that. And people don't always understand that. And keeping on top of things, and this is one way of doing that, following how the daily process is working through the Wisconsin Federated Humane Society's website would be one way. We do need regulation, and you need to regulate not just because the dogs need protection, but also because the consumer needs protection. And it's important that this bill becomes enforceable. And it is not enforceable without rules or without funding. The initial funding is definitely going to come from the department, but within 3 years is what we estimate. Within 3 years, this law will self-fund because of the fees that'll be coming in from the legitimate dog breeders. And we also have really good breeders out there who are excited for the fact that this is going to make them even more legitimate. They will be able to put a certificate on their wall that says, I am registered with the state of Wisconsin, I have been inspected by the state of Wisconsin, and I can guarantee to the consumer that the dog that they buy is going to have all the vet checks, is going to have a healthy and beginning to their life before we pass this puppy on to you. That's the sort of thing that we need consumers to know that they're getting in Wisconsin.